doing today? Merry Christmas the day after. I hope everyone had a really wonderful, wonderful Christmas. There's my Froggy. Hello, how are you, sweetheart? And Lana and Diane. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. And my Amy, how are you, sweetheart? Heidi, how are y'all? And there's little Miss Frizzy Bee. She's a busy bee today, folks. If I remember correctly, she's going live 11 Pacific Standard Time and 3, no, excuse me. Yeah, 11 Pacific Standard Time and 3 Pacific Standard Time. Did I get that right? I hope so. Hello, boss. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Carrie, sweetheart, where have you been? Oh, you're working today. Okay. So you'll be lurking. Well, thank you so much, sweetie. I do appreciate that. Yes, how are you feeling today, Lana? I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. There's my little sister. Oh, you're freezing? Oh, goodness, sweetie. Well, it is a very pleasant 74 degrees here today, so I've been very happy. I've been able to walk outside twice this morning without my little flannel shirt that I like to wear as a jacket. So, anyway, yes, I hope everyone's doing good. Kitty, did I see you come in there just a minute ago? There you are. How are you doing, sweetheart? I hope, like I said, I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas. But guys, I don't know about you. Um, this always sounds funny. It's not that I'm glad it's over, but the stress, good morning, my Carrie. You sit back, sweetheart, and just relax today. She's got a migraine, guys, and as much as she wanted to come up with me, I mean, I totally understand. Like I always try to tell her, she needs to take care of Carrie first. So she said she was just going to sit back and crochet and be quiet for a little while. So please just keep her in her prayers for the migraine, folks. Those of you that suffer from it know exactly what she's going through. So anyway, like I was saying, I worry so much over, did everybody get their presents? Did everybody like what they got? Did I get the right color, the right size? You know what I mean? All that kind of rigmarole. So for me, the day after Christmas is like an additional Sunday for me because I like to just sit back, relax, and breathe. In fact, a friend of mine in Zoom just a little while ago, she said, "Man, I've done everything for Christmas. Now what do I do?" And I said, "Well, you don't start crocheting anything for Christmas until after the first of the year." Because, guys, last year she started in January crocheting everything, some little something for everybody in her family, the grandkids, the kids, their spouses, her, and extended family and all that kind of stuff. She didn't finish up until just a couple of days before Christmas. I told her, I said, "Girlfriend, if anybody needs a break, you do." Oh, Diane, you have a low pounding headache, but I'm used to it. Yes, but man, I just, ah, I just cannot imagine. Yes, and Carrie is a new grandma. Folks, she had, and I can speak from experience, the best little Christmas present ever. Those of you that don't know, Carrie became a grandma again on Christmas Day. Oh my goodness. My youngest was born on Christmas Day. And I tell you what, guys, there is no better gift than a child, a grandchild born on Christmas Day. Yes. Well, sweetie, do you think that's what's giving you the low pounding headaches, Diane? Maybe you need to go get your eyes checked. Yes, boss. Please type the word drop, and that way anyone who does not have your channel can go and pick you up. We would love to help you out that way, sweetie. Yes, my own daughter, folks, year after year after year. I think back on that very first day that she was born, and I tell you what, one of the cutest memories I have of her is when she got to where she could talk, and of course, she was raised in the church, and she got to understanding how special December 25th is and everything. She made the connection on her own. Um, and we knew that she did because we were sharing birthdays and all this kind of stuff. And somebody asked my youngest, when is your birthday? And she popped that little hip out there and put her hand on it and said, I have the same birthday as Jesus, so I'm extra special. Oh my goodness. That's right. Can't top that one, Diane. Yeah. Yeah. But and it's like I told Carrie, there are things that, oh, here she comes. I didn't think she could stay out of it very long.
I'm just going to
Yeah.
crochet though.
She has
Good morning,
Okay, she
everyone.
has to come in and tell us about her Christmas present. Come on, come on, tell us all about him.
Well, let me show you some pictures
Okay, well let me make you big.
because I got more pictures.
Oh, you did. Awesome.
Yeah. Here's Mama and Tommy.
Look at that little baby. Look at the little baby.
There's my son who needs a haircut.
Oh, that's all right. Baby doesn't care.
No, he doesn't.
Look how tiny he is, folks. He's only as long from his elbow to the end of his hand. Oh my goodness.
Thomas is huge, and he's got these really long. The baby's got these really long fingers. He's gonna
Oh,
be. He's gonna be big.
he's got long fingers. That means he's good for playing the piano. Look. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my goodness.
I don't know where all the other ones went. Well,
That's right, Diane. Sweetness overload.
yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay.
That's them.
Yep, nothing better than a baby on Christmas. So, how was everyone else's Christmas? Even though we didn't get to be with the kids, we did get to Zoom, I guess you could say, with everybody. Wayne's kids use this program called Signal, which is, the same as, well, like Zooming or what's that other one? Really popular for a long time. Skype? Is that right? Anyhow, so we signaled with Wayne's kids and then we Zoomed with my kids. It was really good. Can't be there to hug them and pinch their little cheeks and stuff, although I'm sure my 26-year-old grandson would not appreciate it if Grammy had come up and gave him a hug and pinched his little cheek like my grandma used to do. She didn't care how old you were. Always had to get that little pinch on the cheek. So is everyone finished with Christmas? Do you still have family to visit with? The only one I
I'm
have
done.
not talked to is my sister, which my husband and I will do this afternoon. I always try to leave her alone on Christmas Day because she still has, little ones, and they do all try to get to Grandma's house. So I try to leave her alone. But she's the last one. So the other thing was, too, I didn't want to have to. I keep telling my daughter he's an old soul. Oh, my grandson loves to check. Your 6-year-old grandson loves to pinch your cheeks. That's cute. Oh my goodness. That really is. Well, like I said, Christmas was nice and relaxing, Diane said, and quiet. Just myself and my youngest. One of my sons, I'm trying to say Facebook for a bit, and another son sent some videos. That's great. Good morning, Trisha. Merry Christmas to you, sweetheart. I bet yours was wonderful. Good girl, Carrie. Taking your FaceTime. Okay, okay. But that's through Facebook, right? But yes, I am, like I was saying, the day after for me is always a day of just relaxing. Oh, it's a thing on iPhone. Okay. Well, I did not know. It's when I just sit back and do something that I want to do, and not have to worry about had a lovely Christmas and now wish I could just blink and have everything put away. Yeah, that's always the hard part, isn't it, Frizzy? Hello there, Michael. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, little
I hope
Carrie.
you had a great Christmas after you woke up. He had that 12-hour live, folks. Oh my word. It was great. I was there for as long as I could take it, but then after I said happy birthday to my youngest, I finally had to lay down. Good morning, little Carrie. And yes, our Carrie has already taken her meds this morning. She just got through popping them in her mouth. So, did anyone get yarn for Christmas?
Well, if you count the stuff I bought,
No. Let's say, did you get yarn as a present for Christmas?
if
I
you
can't remember who
consider
it was
buying
that,
stuff for myself,
well, hey, that's a present to yourself. Kitty said, no.
thank you, little Carrie.
Oh, Michael, it says, I'm doing all right, just recovering. Legs are all stiff and flared up, but was well worth it. Yes, it was. That was such a wonderful thing that you did. And it was so much fun seeing all those guys on the panel. Oh, my goodness. You talk about some sweet candy. That was awesome. Diane says, I wished I got some yarn. Well, I really have to say that my Christmas gets given to me all year long because hubby does let me get what it is that I like to have. So, and of course, that's always yarn and hooks, right? So, does anybody have a project that they're just sitting there working on? I decided that today I was going to just work on making me some new washcloths and little hand towels out of some different stitches that I've been wanting to try. I'm going to see how far I get. Little Carrie, you are doing some real fabulous work with the men. I know. I can't say enough how wonderful that is. Did you get to see him at all this last week, little Carrie? Or excuse me, this week, I guess I should say. Didn't mean last week. Hello, Meemaw Dawn. She says, I'm working on a virus meets Granny Kaleidoscope from Fiber Spider. Oh, that is so cool. I have not seen that. Amy says, my grandson was so excited to give me a skein of glow yarn. Oh, Amy, I will have to see what I can make with one skein of it. Well, let's see. How many yards are in it? Oh, and you're doing some, oh, are you working on anything special? Can I guess, like if it's the color yellow? If she's working in the color yellow, I know what she's tatting on. Yes, you saw them on Monday. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's a good idea. Although I don't think Amy has a dog or cats. You don't have pets, do you, Amy? I was thinking something like, and don't ask me why, I guess because it was just said that it was glow yarn. I always think of like little glow worms, a little something squishy, kids can play with in their hands. Made a dog leash. You don't think of anything else? Well, but that is a really good idea. See, Kitty, I'm going to work on some whips today. Last night I created my list of 2025 makes, yarn purchases, and supply purchases. I have to run it past my daughter, mom, and financial advisor. I understand that one, sweetheart, believe me. I'm still working on my what I want to do projects for 2025. I just about got them lined out. This blanket that I got that little Carrie, instigated in my buying spree.
Which one is that?
It's the one from Hirschner's that was on sale. And by the way, folks, it's still on sale. Meemaw Dawn says, I made Halloween baskets for my grandkids. Oh, goodness. Couldn't think of anything else. I made Halloween baskets. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's another good one with the glow yarn. Where'd you get your skinny cakes in the colors you got? I can't find them anywhere. Who you talking to? Little Carrie.
I got them on Michael's website.
Oh, okay. Diane says I have to have a quick discussion with my financial advisor as well. Rita's finally sitting down with a blanket in her lap. She's so cold. Oh, yes. Oh, you get your planner to plan your 2025 craft. That's great. Yes, she does, doesn't she, Diane? Oh, mom wants the same dinner. Well, what was that? So little Carrie told me about the bookworm blanket set. And so I went ahead and got it. And I got it in a color that's kind of like this, although it really doesn't show to be that dark when I got it. Let me pull out. I hadn't really even opened. Yeah, this is one of those, you've got to tear into the bag. My hubby actually picked out this color because he wanted something autumn. So it kind of has like a little heathered look to it. And so I really like it. However, as I've said before, you guys know me, I always have to change mine up a little bit. So So I've been digging around. I've only found one of the colors, and I know I have more leftover yarn from my Four Seasons blanket that I did mosaic. So I'm going to take and you there are 4 patterns that you do 2 of. And then there's only this one here that's the single because it's in the middle of the blanket. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make each one of those patterns, the 4 other ones, out of some autumn colors to go with this pretty brown heathered. I pulled out a burgundy and a gold. I'm looking for a green, and I might throw in a purple because I do have some of the purple left. And just make, each panel set a different color and then match them up on there. That's what my plan is right now, but I got to find that 4th color. So we'll see. Let's see. I missed the chat here.
Hi, DK Jen. Hi, Sandra.
Hubby called fruit punch. You got it on Michael's website. I can't find it. Little Carrie said.
It's the very
Handmade.
first color.
Oh, handmade burgers with sweet potato. Woo woo. Kitty. Yesterday I had both daughters together, and they both cover all 3 rows. They are my moms and financial advisors. Sometimes I don't think they believe they're my daughters. Oh, it looks discontinued. Oh. Oh, he did? He got you this blanket set in green? Oh, awesome. Hello, DK Jen. How are you doing, sweetheart? And Sandra. Oh, that's good. She says it looks like it's available for shipping.
She's looking for Skinny Cakes Fruit Punch.
Is that for you, little Carrie, or to take out for the guys?
No, it's for Carrie.
It's for little Carrie?
Yeah.
So what's she making with it?
I don't know.
Oh. Might be a surprise, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokies.
I got 6 of those, 6 of the grape, and 12 of the cupcake.
Oh, wow. Oh. Sandra, she says, I mean, it's right there. Maybe she's looking at a different Caron cake. Maybe shoot her the link, Sandra.
Carrie.
I was going to say, maybe just send her the link. That way she doesn't have to go looking for it. Well, like I said, I usually take this time of the year, only have a bucket full of spaghetti, skinny cakes, and Turkish delight. Ugh.
She does too. She's using it right now.
Oh, wow. Using it to make a blanket? I don't know why I got louder just then. I guess I thought she could hear me all the way to California. Don't you find sometimes whenever you get on your lives that you feel the need to, what else? Yeah. That you find the need to have to talk louder sometimes because you think they can't hear you?
It was a napkin that she found a mistake in. She tore it all apart.
Oh. DK Jen says she's making granny squares and she's going to make a blanket with them. Well, that's awesome. Carrie, you have 9 at our local store. Oh, we have 9 at our local store. I can pick them up today and send them to you. That would be so sweet, Meemaw Dawn. Yes, exactly. Sandra, like turning down the radio so you can see better.
Mm-hmm. Or I can't hear you because I don't have my glasses on.
Yes. Oh man, the things we
I've said
do.
that before. And people
Yeah.
just looked at me like, what?
What? Uh
I said, well, I can't hear you. Let me put my glasses on.
huh.
It made a difference. Don't ask me how.
Oh goodness. Maybe because you're focused in more.
I don't know.
Rita says, now my dinner is warm and I'm enjoying it. Wow. Yes, I understand why mom wanted it. A bit too much spicy for me, but she gave me the taste now. I'm telling someone to be quiet so you can read the street signs. That's so you can concentrate. So, since we're talking about projects for the new year, are that some of you are already planning what you're going to do in the new year? Oh, she wants more spice after her stroke. Wow. Well, I've heard of some things kind of changing from for some folks, when they have had a stroke, but never knew the taste about the taste buds. That's a new one. Hey, if she wants the spice and she can handle it, it'll definitely keep her blood circulating. But yes, I was jotting down some ideas and when I wanted to do them throughout the 2025 season. And I think I got more things than what I can handle. I'm going to have to pare down my list a little bit or just give up sleeping one. It's so overrated anyway, especially at my age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get 3 or 4 hours, maybe five of them lucky, and then I gotta get up and do something. The background looks like a fabric I bought today. Oh, here on the background behind Carrie and I. Yeah, I'm not ready to let go of the Christmas pictures and stuff yet.
Yes, little Carrie. They come in a 12-pack.
Oh, she said you must have had a good. Yeah, exactly, Michael. Sleep? What's that?
They're buy one, get one half off.
Oh my goodness, Kitty. She says she has a total of 1,000 projects scheduled for next
I know,
year.
I saw that.
Kitty, you're not going to be sleeping at all, sweetheart. After my heart attack and respiratory failure, I was on a respirator, but once home again, I absolutely hate mayonnaise now, and I used to love it. Coffee has a different taste. You know what? After this, and chocolate tastes different too. Man, after this last AFib reset my husband had, Sprite was like his go-to soda because he doesn't really drink a lot of soda. And now just the smell of it makes him, bleh. Yeah, he just does not like it now. I don't know if it's because of, being under with the anesthesia and it just left I mean, I really don't know. And he doesn't either, but he said, yeah. So he's been trying other sodas to drink and really hadn't found one that he likes. He will drink Dr. Pepper, not Dr. Pepper, but he will drink Dr. Pepper. But for him, it's a little too sweet, and he does not like Coke. Uh, it's weird how that happened. Yeah. Well, maybe I missed that then, because my 12 skinny cakes is in just that one color is over $100. Really? Good morning, Mama Gwen. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for joining us today.
It's $109.
Wow. And after you got your pacemaker defibrillator, can't stand sugar in your coffee. Well, he doesn't drink anything in his coffee anyway. Mama Gwen, he just really doesn't like Cokes, period. Um, he even tried is it Coke or Dr. Pepper that has the cream soda flavor? Must be Dr. Pepper, because I remember him buying one and opening the can. And as soon as he passed it over to me, just smelling the cream soda flavor in there, I said, nope, I don't want that. But I love cherry Diet Coke, or really the cherry Coke Zero. And I love the cherry Diet Dr. Pepper. Really? Well, I will just have to tell him that. Now, he's always loved root beer, but of course, it has to be a special brand of root beer. I'm laying down watching you guys on TV. I'm tired. Well, Lana, you just do what you need to do to take care of yourself, sweetheart. If you go to sleep while you're watching us, that is A-OK. You do what you need to do. I'm just glad you're here visiting with us. Ooh, Carrie, it's half past the hour. Really, 32 minutes past the hour.
Okay. Sorry, my dad was texting me.
No, no, no.
He's supposed to go to the urgent care today, and he says he's not feeling up to it, and he looked like hell on Christmas Eve. Okay, God's view. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Even when we know better, we still tend to make snap judgments based on impractical evidence.
Yep.
We diss the one but respect the other before giving either a chance to prove him or herself beneath the outside layer. We don't bother to remove the wrapping paper before deciding whether we like the contents of the package. Thankfully, Papa God doesn't think that way when he looks at us. The gifts the Lord specifically gives each of us are rarely on the surface. He has lovingly nestled virtues like discernment, kindness, graciousness within our character. Dear Papa God, give me eyes like yours, eyes that discern the character inside people rather than judge by outer appearance. Amen.
Amen. My granny used to always remind us, don't judge a book by its cover. And that's the way we should always be. But yeah, we do tend to make snap judgments just by looking at someone. Sometimes we meet someone for the first time with stuff that's been told to us about them. You know what I mean? And we shouldn't do that. We should form our own opinions, and we should also get to know someone before we make any judgment, which really we shouldn't even be judging, right? That's
Right.
not for us to do. That's for God to do, because He's
Not
the
our job.
ultimate judge. That's right. Good morning, Lydia. Oh man, I would have loved to stayed in my warm bed this morning. Yeah. My husband forgot to set his alarm clock, but you know how whenever you get used to waking up at a certain time? Yeah, I was awake about a quarter to 5 and I kept laying there saying, okay, his alarm's going to go off. His alarm's going to go off. His alarm's going to go off. And I finally looked at my watch and it was about 5 after 5. And so I very politely went, hey, did you set your alarm last night?
Whoops.
And he said, obviously I didn't. But yeah, it was hard to get out of that warm bed. But sweetheart, you need to take your medicine. I'm sorry you have a bad sinus infection, but the only way you're going to get rid of it is take that meds. Yep, so I'm just sitting here working on a little washcloth. It's kind of like one of my go-to projects whenever I'm in between things. And I really wanted to start that blanket this week, but I got to find that other yarn. And I know it's got to be here because I worked on that blanket, or I finished working on that blanket while we were here. So I know the yarn's here. I just don't know what tote I packed it down in. Oh. Now, see, if my hubby would get me that trailer like I told him to, I could have all of this stacked in the trailer and I could just go in and get my yarn out when I needed it. But oh well. He and I both just have to contend with it stacked in totes and me just moving things around and unpacking, repacking till I find what it is I want. Or I could just take the easy way out and go on Hobby Lobby's website and say, okay, I need some more. Need sticky notes and label what's in your tote. Yeah, probably do, but that's not going to happen either. I have 2 skeins of yarn. I won from you, Maureen. Oh, I want to make a tote out of it. Well, awesome. What kind of tote are you going to make? Or maybe I should say, how big? Big enough to put a project in, or to like carry around a book in a small project if you get to go sit outside for a little while. Maybe go to the beach. I don't know how you manage to stay away from home and all the things worrying. Well, I I could go back home. I mean, I really could, but I don't travel all that well by myself. Um, I'd have to take both dogs with me because no way Wayne would want to leave Lacey in the hotel room while he's gone all day long. Um, the kids take care of everything at home very well anyway. The and I tell you what, if I didn't have them there, I probably would be at home. But that I can tell you from personal experience, when I was still teaching and Wayne was out on the road, it became hard. I mean, really, because sometimes he'd be gone 3 or 4 months and would only be home like on a long weekend, fly in on Thursday and have to fly back out on Sunday, maybe Monday. And that's just not enough time to see each other. And yes, technology is wonderful where you can FaceTime one another and everything, but it's still not the same being in the same room, being able to, touch each other and that kind of stuff. So I really am.
Ew.
I, okay, now I wasn't going there, but to be able to walk out, hold hands, sit with each other and watch a movie together, that kind of thing. I wasn't going there. You're the one that went
I
there.
didn't go there either. No, you're the one that went there. I was,
Well, you're
I was
ew.
doing the holding hands and
Fun. Let's see. Rita said, Maureen, Mom managed to move the wheelchair a little So now they need to watch out. She might run off. Oh, Rita, that is so great. That really is. Didn't they find her out in the hallway yesterday? Oh my goodness. Rita, really? Oh my goodness.
Not me, Diane.
What was that? Sandra, and other things. But yes, I mean, like I said, we're fortunate in that the kids take care of everything at home. Uh, and for my own well-being and his too, um, actually for both of us, for us to be together has really been a blessing for us. So I don't mind. I'd like it better if he would take enough time off to go get my trailer, but I mean, we have a fifth wheel and it's sitting at home, but that's a good 3-4 day trip just to get home, get it loaded up, serviced, although they could be servicing it while I'm traveling home. And he'd have to go with me, folks, because I have never driven that thing on my own, pulled behind my truck. And I don't want to learn now. It's one thing I don't want to learn. Because you know how it is, once you learn to do something, they expect you to now take over that. So, no, 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 no. I am not learning to drive that. What did I do here? Oh, there we go. I guess I'm getting to where I can't crochet and talk at the same time. Rita, we said she's trying to break out. That's great, though, that she's moving about. I know. Isn't that wonderful? That shows such great sign of progress. Um, Diane, well, I wouldn't have either, Carrie, but that's me looking back now. There you go, little Carrie. I choose to be with my hubby too. How long a drive? From where we're at right now, we have made it all the way to Florida. What is it? Is that Georgia? We have made it all the way through Mississippi. And then the next day, if you get up early enough, you can make it to Dallas, and then it would be another whole day to get out to West Texas. So, of just pure driving, putting in 6-7 hours a day, I could leave, like, say, tomorrow, which is Friday, and be there by Sunday late afternoon. But that's just doing nothing but driving. Well, this is the longest I've been away from home. Normally we've been away from home 3 or 4 months, and Wayne's had a break, and we've gone back home, sometimes just to Dallas, but the kids can meet us there from West Texas, and we, have 2 or 3 days together. Um, Sometimes we go all the way back home and have been there for a couple of weeks, months, even in between jobs. But the last 2 years, honestly, we've only had like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and the longest I think we had off was a month. So during that month, we went to see his family down along the East Coast, like around Houston. Spent some time down there. Went up to Dallas, spent time there with his two daughters, and the kids came over. And then we scooted back over here to Florida. But it seems like here in Florida, the weather is really not, uh, except during hurricane season, the weather is not so picky. you can pretty much work 12 months out of the year. And that's what he's been doing. So, in fact, he called me this morning to let me know that they're already clearing land for the next sale. And that's just a term that they use for the area that they're working on. So that means after the first of the year, he'll just go right into the next project, which is right next door to where he has been working. So, yeah, we'll be here probably through at least April or May. We thought about that, Sandra, a couple of times, but it's kind of hard to explain. People here just really like a lot of other places. Airbnbs are just too expensive. And we could, if we could find one for the right price. See, that's the problem. Here in Florida, everything is really expensive. And yes, they do, Sandra, but Wayne's very conscientious about what he is willing to pay, even though we would pass the cost over to the client. He still has his own little standards, and I just have to back away and keep my mouth shut. And yes, we did spend Christmas here, little Carrie, but we got to FaceTime with the kids yesterday, both at different times, so it was okay. But yes, Sandra, the company does pay for everything, but like I said, Wayne has his own little quirks, and that seems to be one of them. What it is he's willing to pass on to the client. Um, and the clients here have been really, really good to us. I mean, they just really have. And they just have the attitude of, it's Florida. You're going to pay for. And, I understand that. And he has been able to adjust his standards for as far as Florida is concerned, because it really, people think it's expensive to live in um, California. It's expensive to live here as well. Um, Florida truly is a retirement state. And so when you have people that come to Florida to retire, most of them have money. And so, you know, I mean, just the other day, um, found out that a particular week in March is known as they have boat races here, and it goes all week long. And just for one night at this hotel, the rates are jumping up to $400 a night.
That's insane.
Yeah, exactly. But money, what's that? Uh huh. It's that stuff that's supposed to grow out there on the trees, but I haven't found that tree yet.
Me either.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, yeah. But the other thing I found out though is that there are going to be people here from Germany, from England, and a group from Spain, and they're all coming here to race their boats. Little old
Wow.
Lake Placid, Florida. Yeah, they're going to have there's Placid Lake, and then of course Okeechobee's Lake, and then there's another one that's further west of here that's pretty big. So they're going to have these races going on at all three lakes, and then the big uh, culmination, or I guess like the last big race, will be here at Lake Placid. So yes, exactly. Well, you know what, little Carrie? We're experiencing the same thing out in West Texas. They are coming from California and buying up acreage like you would not believe. And many of them are going in there and just stripping the land of every bit of vegetation and building. And I mean, it's just crazy. Um, yeah, that's right. Raises, yep, things go up because they have a lot of money. Well, in the town over from where I live, which is where I taught school, we had a prison there for a long, long time. And eventually the state came in and shut it down because they had not kept up the maintenance on the building. They saw it as a hazard to the inmates there and everything. And so the building sat there for, I don't know, a good 8, 10 years. And just a couple of years ago, a big tech firm came in and bought it, and they are refurbishing it. I mean, I think they went in and gutted the whole place, and they're fixing it up because what they are this company is like off-site data storage. Um, like if I wanted to store all of my data from my lab work and all that kind of stuff off site, so I would have it protected in case of a fire or whatever, that's where I would send it. That's kind of what this place is. Oh my word. People that had never thought about selling their homes before put their homes out there on the market at ridiculous prices for such a small town. It was crazy. And you'd be surprised how many people sold their homes for that. It left some of them wondering, well, man, I wonder if I had jacked it up another $50,000 if I'd have still, could I have made more money, so to speak? Yeah, yeah. So anyway, yippee, my toes aren't hurting anymore. So tomorrow, other socks and shoes. It's colder than we think. Oh, goodness. Do you leave your hotel when these groups come in for boat race, or can you stay there? No, 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 no. She was telling us that, and I told her, I said, well, check with Wayne, but I know we're going to be here through April. And she said, oh, well, then your room is secured. So, yeah. I know. Little homes that probably on the tax docket, let's say, and I'm just throwing out numbers there, but I know this one in particular. Um, was listed at the courthouse as far as property value was concerned was $185,000. Now this is a nice home for a little town. I'm not kidding you. Brick and closed in garage, had a standing workshop building in the back, and it had probably a half an acre that it sat on. Went for $275,000. People didn't even bat an eye. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. It's crazy. And these people that are coming from California are offering ridiculous amount of money per acre. It's just crazy, crazy. And no, my place is not for sale, so don't anybody ask. Although I really don't think anybody would want to come out where we're at because there's a lot of, oh, really, Mama? Well, you know what? Speaking of that, when my youngest daughter and her husband, they sold their house in Magnolia, Texas, got a really, uh, what do you, anyway, made a great profit on it. Okay. Because when he bought the house, it was just a little cookie cutter house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, nice backyard, all that kind of stuff. But he made so much improvements on it. And that's the reason why he was able to make the money off of the sale that he did. Well, they get to, it's called Fawn Hills, I think. I never get the name right. But anyway, it's just um, southwest of Spring, Massachusetts, which is not that far from Boston, Massachusetts. But anyway, they They looked and looked and looked and could not believe the prices for the houses there. They finally ended up buying a little house that had 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, a basement. The yard is a nice size for them, but oh my word. She said, Mom, they had to scrape and sell some stocks or dig into his retirement or something just to come up with the down payment to take what they had made plus quite a bit extra to put on a down payment for this little house. And guys, I'm not kidding you, it's little. Now they've done an awful lot of improvements to it, but oh my word. Mm, yeah, I just can't imagine. Couldn't buy that. Couldn't buy a broken down shack for $250,000. Wow. Oh, Mama Swift, are you kidding me? Wow. For me, then I'd just have to rent. Although I hate paying rent. Oh, mm, that is super, super crazy. But you know what's awful is like I was telling someone the other day. We've gotten take shipping for right now. How many of you think the cost of shipping is going to go down?
Not me. I think it's going to go up.
Well, everybody said because of the Christmas season and everything, like even through pirate ship, in some areas around the country, they tacked on an extra fee because um, of the 3,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that would buy a really, really, really nice house in Texas for $3,000 a month. Oh my heavens! Anyway, um, what was I saying? Boy, that shocked me.
They were paying holiday wages.
Yes, okay.
Postal.
So I was telling someone, you do realize that since we have been willing to pay these extra surcharges, whatever they are, to mail out packages and all that kind of stuff, just like when gas prices go up and we expect them to go down after certain times of the year and they don't. And it's just because, yep, we were willing to pay for it. So now we'll just keep charging them. Yep. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. Well, I hate to end on such a downer note, but it is getting close to an hour here. So I just want to say thank you all for stopping by and sharing some of your time today here with us. I know many of you are going, time to take a break, do something else for a bit. Christmas is over as far as the gift giving is concerned, but I certainly hope that your heart still carries the true meaning of Christmas with you today and beyond. And so I'm just going to go ahead and say for all of you, thank you again for being here. And please always remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today because you never know, could be your light that they need to see. And Carrie?
Remember, one random act of kindness can change the world. Love you guys.
Yes, they can. We love y'all. See you tomorrow at Carrie's house. Bye.
Bye.